And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere
So I
moments
step out
away.
and then I get teleported back.
And yet,
That
even as the immense door slowly opened,
That is what
Stanley
happened
reflected
last
on
time.
how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Or is this the end? But then to replay other options, it puts me back? I don't know. So that is the end, right? So I'm free, right? That's why it put me back here to replay the game again. So, but then there was no credits, no end screen.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, in the last video, before the mind control facility room, there was a path to the left where it said escape, and I went there. So we will go there. And then something happened there, and I didn't listen to the instructions, so something happened as a consequence. So I will go that path. I will go to the escape route, and I will listen to the narrator's voice for the narrator's instruction. It was a different voice, a female voice. So we will listen to her instructions now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
then he
boss's
said
office.
something about, wow, me being so quick and so patient because I rushed. 2845.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Probably loading screen, right? To load everything. That's why he had to buy some time. Put the music. All right, almost there. Almost there, guys. We're almost truly free from the Matrix. You cannot tell me this is not somewhat inspired by the Matrix.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Yeah. Blah, blah,
facility.
blah. So the spooky
Although
ass
this
corridor
passageway had the word escape written on it,
that felt
the
like
truth
forever.
was that at the end of
And
this
then there's a
hall,
red light.
Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yeah. Which he's not wrong.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was
that's
making
why
a
I can
conscious,
duck.
concerted effort
Now I
to
know.
walk forward and willingly confront his death.
But is that enough to avoid what would happen if I just duck? Because why else is there a duck button in this game? So you will see in a second what I mean. Whee! Superhero landing. And my knee. My knees, my joints are not broken.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence.
This isn't enough. I still get squished.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Yeah. So...
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Yeah, so this happens. I step here, and then the White House, where I see like kind of the behind the scenes stuff.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Maybe the clues are here? First choice. I had the lounge, I was there as well. Confusion to confusion ending. I'm sure maybe there are clues here. But let's just try to find things out organically.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
Ah, yeah,
As
this I
long as you
didn't
move
press.
forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
The game's not paused.
Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it.
Quit to menu. Does she mean to quit the game to desktop or what? What the hell? So how can I get to that Amazon warehouse again and find that confusing ending? I think, yeah, I have to go to the right door.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Another
Stanley knew
lounge.
it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yeah. And then maybe he says one more thing and then he stops.
At this point, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So I walked this path last time. Now let's walk this path.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the
yeah,
opposite
here, the
door,
maintenance.
and got back on track.
Ah. This is the confusing ending? Oh, what is this?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Alright. There's just left available.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Alright. And just...
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is
Fantastic.
absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. So back to Amazon warehouse. That's the room with the screens. Okay. And now we are here.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Really? He can just do that? Come on, that's bullshit. Game. Really? You can just put me back here? Just like that, really? So what is the ending now? Is the ending when he's going outside and is happy? Was the ending somewhere when I... Because when I go to the right, through the lounge, to the warehouse, and then, you know, the sequence happens what I'm telling. Ah, because then I'm in the office. Okay, when I go to the Amazon warehouse, and then puts me supposedly to my apartment, then he said that I should not press anything. So he wants to help me, the narrator, and he says to me, don't press anything. And the more times I press, it puts me back here. But I don't know how long I have to wait. And do nothing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I think the
Perhaps he had
last
simply
option I
missed a
have
memo.
left that I didn't. Yeah.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay. I guess I forget everything now and just... Okay.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
But did that happen because I waited too long or what?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, now I'm confused. What the hell? So what's supposed to happen or what? Was that supposed to happen or did I wait too long? What the hell?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Alright. So now you're clueless as well, so that's fantastic. That's just freaking fantastic, and you're the one who's... You're the mastermind for all of this, apparently. What the hell?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Dun, dun, dun. see if there's some new dialogue. No. So let's see when this crouch button is actually gonna come in use. Is this now a loop as well? Or?
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yeah, sure, buddy, because I have nothing else to do. Okay.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Of course.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No!
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Okay. Okay, Lifeline. Where are you leading?
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
Yeah.
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Or I just follow the line and see what happens, huh?
place. Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Wait, what is fern? What does it mean? Fern furniture? What do you mean with fern? I have no idea. Fuck! I missed out on something. Shit. Ah, God, no. We have to stick to this path?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Ah, now we are here again. Fuck, I missed out on that one path. That one outcome. But now we're here. Oh well. Here again.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
So
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
So much is happening here, I have no idea.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Mit einer Menge Fantasie. Yeah, just like SpongeBob, right? All we need is a cardboard box. Put a cover on it, sit inside there, and let our imagination go wild. Alright, that's it. That's it. Yup. Come on, guys. That's all we need. Just our imagination. Great, it's looping. No windows, no furniture, no paintings, nothing. Fantastic.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Fuck. Now he tells me not to acknowledge it, but it was the line supposedly to lead us to the finish? To the end? Oh well, it goes through the roof, okay. Alright.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
You want me to die, narrator?
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
It's like Dark Souls, huh? Repeating the cycle. Alright, guys. I hope you enjoyed this trip again, like me. And this time was definitely interesting. Caught me off guard a lot of times. And yeah, hope you doing well. Have a good weekend. Happy birthday to you. Have a nice day, good morning, good evening, and take care. Enjoy the summer, enjoy the sun. See you next time.